Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In this video I'll be teaching you how to make the magic circle or the magic loop. It's basically an adjustable loop which you can do to begin your crochet projects. So the best part of this loop is that you can adjust the size of your circle to put in more stitches or less stitches depending on your project, and it's very easy to do. So let's learn how to do the magic circle. This is going to be, I think, the fourth video in this series for beginners. So if you haven't seen the other videos where I teach you how to hold your yarn and the basics of how to make a slip knot or make a foundation chain, then I will leave links to those videos in the description box below, so you may check that out if needed. Anyway, so let's begin with the magic circle. In this video, I'll be using a 4mm size crochet hook and the yarn corresponding to the size of my hook. So the first thing you need to do to make a magic circle is get your loose end of your yarn. So this is my loose end of my yarn, right? Like this end right here. So what I'm going to do is just place it in front of my fingers like so. Okay, so when I'm placing it in front of my fingers, the loose end is here. Okay, so my loose end is going to be right in front of my palm like so. Okay, the next thing I do will be to place my thumb on top of my yarn like so. Okay, so I'm just placing my thumb on top of my yarn. Okay, and then the next thing I do will be to grab my yarn from behind. Okay, I'm just gonna grab my yarn from behind like so and bring it to the front. So in that way I make a sort of loop at the back. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do is cross over my first loop. Okay, so I'm gonna get my yarn around the first loop in front of my fingers, making an X in front. Okay, and then behind, if you see, I'm just letting it lie straight so that I get two parallel lines, two straight lines at the back of my fingers. So in front of my fingers I have an X. I'm still holding the loose end with my thumb, and then behind my fingers here I have the first loop and then the second loop right here. They are just going straight, they are not crossing over. Okay, so this is how I'm going to position my yarn, okay, to make the magic circle. Once I've got this, the next thing I do is grab my crochet hook. Okay, and then I'm gonna go beneath the first loop like so. Okay, I'm going beneath the first loop and my hook is facing down. Okay, my hook side of my hook is facing down. I'm going beneath the first loop and grabbing the second loop like so and bringing it through. So all I'm doing is bringing the second loop through my first loop like so. Okay, and then the next thing I do is just remove my fingers slowly, just gently remove my fingers. Okay, and then grab the long end of the yarn, the longer end. Okay, and hold it like how I would normally hold it between my index finger and my middle finger like so, and then hold the top part of my circle with my ring finger and thumb like so. Okay, so now we have a loop on the hook, and then what I'm going to do to secure the magic circle is just make a chain. Okay, like how I would normally do. So just go behind the yarn like so. Okay, grab the yarn, pull down the loop, pull down the hook and pull it through. So I made a chain 1, and that is your magic circle or your adjustable loop. So all you can do to increase or decrease the size of your loop is just to pull on the loose end right here. So that will increase or decrease the size of your loop like so. Okay, I'll just show it to you once again. So all I did was place the yarn in front of my fingers like so, wherein the loose end is facing up, so it's facing the front of my fingers. Okay, make sure that it is here and not behind. Okay, so the loose end is in front. The next thing I do is hold the yarn in place with my thumb. Okay, I'm just holding the yarn in place with my thumb, and then grab the yarn from behind like so, making a loop, and then bring it in front, and then cross over the first loop like so. Okay, and then when you turn your fingers down, you have two straight lines at the back. So there's no crossing over at the back of my fingers, there's just a crossing over here in front. I'm still holding the loose end with my thumb. Okay, and then the next thing I do is grab my hook, make sure my hook side of my hook is facing downwards. Okay, and then go below the first loop like so. I'm just going below the first loop like so, grabbing the second loop and bringing it through the first. Now if you have difficulty keeping your magic circle secured when you leave your fingers, then what I would suggest is before you remove your fingers, just make sure you grab your longer end and pull it through, okay, the loop as well, so that it's secured and you already made your chain one. So I'm basically making the chain one before I remove my finger. So you can do it like that as well if that is more comfortable, and then you just remove your fingers like so and hold the longer end of your yarn, hold the top part of your circle and just tighten, and that's it. So you can make your chain one either before you remove your fingers from the circle or after you remove your fingers. It's basically the same thing, it's just to secure the magic circle in place. Okay, and this is your adjustable loop, this is your magic circle. You can increase or decrease the size of your circle by pulling on the loose end like so. Okay, so this is it. I hope you could follow this short tutorial, and please give this video a thumbs up if you could follow so that I know, and subscribe to my channel for more videos on how to crochet. I hope you have a wonderful day ahead, and thank you for watching. Bye.